Hey guys, I'm kind of holding. I think you can still hear me. Let me see. Test. Yeah, you can still hear me. Okay. Um, I am. This is the first time I'm doing this type of show, and it's quite a bit of stuff new to me. But I've been working on it really hard. I'm waiting on some more people to show up. There's only one of you so far that I can see. How can I? I'm gonna have to get used to how all this works because this is much more complicated. A lot more things to do, but much more complicated. Oh, there's actual comments that I can read. Oh, hey Greta, you must be the only one here. That's awesome. And hello, Greta, which I'm sure you can hear me. We're waiting on to see if any more of the gang shows up. Yep, Greta says she can hear me, so yay! That is awesome. It's at least working partially. Excellent. Um, oh, I can show you or what you said. That's cool. Hey, now we got two. We got two. It's I got to get it all figured out. This is much more complicated. We are going to do we're going to do a show. Um, Hopefully you've got a few minutes and you can hang in here with me. Let a few more people try to join because I'm sure there's a lot of guys out there that would like to see the entire show while it's live. I typically don't do live because I'm so ugly, or not live, but show my face. But I'm kind of joking, but not too much. Uh, I'm so hairy, you know. It's very, very long. Sorry, the screen is not so great. The background thing is not so great, and I can see it's not doing that great, but that's okay. It's just I wouldn't want to show what's behind me because it's just really just a hotel bed, and so I'm kind of doing it this way. Once this video is completely done, what I'll do is when I officially start the show here in just a minute, because we're just getting familiar here. I've got a lot of things to show you. I've got just a lot of things to show you. But what I'll do is ultimately, for places where this will be uploaded as a not a live video, I'll cut off all this in the beginning of us just sitting here kind of talking. What do you know? We got 4 now. Well, we got 4 viewers. That's awesome. And I know it's probably a little bit difficult for some people to find it because it's a brand new channel, a brand new show, a brand new everything. And now we're up to 5. We're getting somewheres. I dropped a video on my Logic Before Authority channel and inviting people over, but I still don't have it all down yet as to the correct link to get people over here because I didn't have a link because it was a new video and it hadn't been posted yet because it's going to be live, as you can see. Well, we had 5. Somebody took off. That's too bad. That's okay because they'll be back hopefully. Let's see, we got 4 people here. That's big enough for a show for me at least. And I'm sure it'll get a lot bigger as we get going. And whether it be this video or other videos, typically I'll have 400 or 500 people at least. On the other channel, and it's, shadow banned and hated by YouTube. Well, back down to 2. What do you know? All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and do a show because we need to test all this stuff. So hopefully y'all guys will enjoy what I'm getting ready to do. Um, it's been a lot of work to set this up and get this working where I have any clue what I'm doing. So we're going to do that. Let's see. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going to do potentially call in. If we get enough people here a little bit later in the show, we'll do call in, and I'll post a number that you can call and speak to me on, and speak to me live, and you'll be on the show too. And you don't have to. Not you won't be able to see your face. It's just like a phone call, like calling a radio station, and it'll be. I'll post it up here so you can write it down if you think you might want to call here in just a little bit once we start the show, which we're getting ready to, which we have not done yet. Welcome, guys. There, we're back up to 6, so we're making some progress. And sorry about the fading in and out of the way the screen works, but it's just the way it is for the moment because I don't have a proper background. So, but that's the number where you're going to be able to call in. Don't call in yet. Don't call in until I ask you to, and let somebody break the rules and call anyways. But you won't be able to get to me because I'm not looking at that screen. I won't even know you're there, so don't call in yet. We're going to do that towards the middle or towards the end of the show, at least for this show, because it complicates things, especially audio. So, guys, let's go ahead and do a couple of things here. Let's go over here. Let's go ahead and officially start the show. And this will be the point from where the show continues in the future. I've got 3 stories I'm going to read to you that were submissions directly to me about supernatural experiences that have happened to people. And they're very good, actually. And then I've got one of them is from Charlie, one of them is from Laura, and one's from Karen. And then I've got 3 videos that are related as well that you probably have not seen, that are related as well to the subject that their emails happen to be about. And then I've got one other video I'm going to show you, which is pretty cool too. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start the show so that we actually have a show today. So with that being said, forgive me if I don't get it all right, because this is new to me. And hopefully I have my things together. So let's go. Well, hello, guys. My name is Daniel Alexander Cannon, and we are here today to put on the first episode, season 1, episode 1 of the Supernatural show. And I'm new to a lot of this, what I'm doing here, so I'm probably going to mess up everything. But I do have a good show that we're going to do today. It's quite a bit different format than what some of you guys are used to, but it's still in the same area and it's important. And or I wouldn't be doing it. It's just the way it is. And yeah, I'm sitting here in my wife beater, as they call them, just a t-shirt. And I have a great show for you today. what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at, first we're going to take a look at some video footage, or are we going to do that after? We'll do it first. We'll do the video footage first, and then we'll go to the stories, and then after the stories, because I've got 3 stories today for you, that are supernatural in nature, things that happen to people, true stories that they've written into directly to me about. And you can do that too. If you want to submit your story, you simply just have to go to the supernatural.show, and you'll see all the instructions there. And I'll probably take you over on the website here in just a little bit and show you where you can submit and explain everything. Nothing will be disclosed when you submit a story that you don't want disclosed, because you have control of what you're submitting the information wise. So, but we'll go over that. But let's go ahead. We want to get to some videos first. Okay, I've got 3 supernatural videos, and I'm going to explain what you're looking at on at least some of it after we watch the videos. So let's see, what is up first? What video is up first? Let's watch this video first. Let's go ahead and pull it up. I'm going to pause it right there at the beginning for a second. Okay, like, what are we looking at here? A few of you have actually seen a clip of this before, probably. But what we're looking at here is there are people. That's a hillside. This is I don't have the original footage, which I wish I did because the resolution would be better. But there's somebody standing over here filming, and they're looking over there towards those lights, and there are people standing under those lights. And then the question will come as to what are the lights that we're looking at, and I'll explain to you exactly what they are and how it all works. This is ultimately going to be one of the themes of this particular episode. And so let's go ahead and watch the video through, and then I'll come back and we'll talk some more here in just a moment. I'm going to put you full screen, get rid of my mug, and then yeah, so you can see the whole video here. Pay attention. Well, I'll show you. You're not going to be able to hear much audio on this. You might hear a little mumbling or something, but there wasn't good audio. It's the imagery, though, is what we need to understand. That it's supernatural. Okay, you've seen a second light appear. There was 1, and then there's 2, and you're going to notice here in a second there are people standing right under those lights. And then I'm going to explain to you what are these lights. Okay.
Al parecer estas esferas parecen pertenecientes a una orden lumínica o bien llamados orbs. Mensajeros espirituales.
I'm going to mute that. Well, it's possible some of you speak Spanish, but I'll mute the audio. So you can see that there's people there. Okay. And what are we looking at? Well, let's back up for a second. I want to show you something. Actually, let's go forward in the video. Right, let's hit play over here. Okay, watch this right here. You're going to see in these couple of clips, you're going to see, let's see, everybody can still hear me, right? Yes. Everyone can still hear me. I just muted the video. Okay, so what you're going to see here, this is filmed in the nighttime sky, and these are balls of light. Some people call them orbs. There's a lot of names that have throughout history they've been called, but the truth behind what they actually are is another matter. What you're looking at is a deity. Okay, you say, what? You could call it an angel. Okay, what you're looking at is a deity of light. The book of Enoch says that angels are bright white and round all about. Ezekiel said that they look like a wheel inside of a wheel. Okay. And there are other places uh, where you can go look up and find out that people have recognized throughout history, and the elites of this world know this. Okay. And it's obvious, which can't really get into in this video why they understand, but they understand it. They know what these are. But let's watch this and watch how that you'll see a little flash. See that little flash right out in front? You get a little pulse of light and then they appear. What that is it's a spark, and it's the piercing of the veil. Okay? And when they pierce the veil, then they come on our side where we can see them and observe them. Me personally, I've seen these. Here's another clip of the same thing. This is up in the sky being filmed, and it flashes out front a little spark, and then poof, there goes your deity. There's your angels. I've seen this in excess of over 50 times. And angel wise, how many of them I've seen is over 100. But I've had at least 50 different occasions where I've been to the beach, because it's always by the water's edge, and not always. For me, it's been almost always by the water's edge and at nighttime. Okay? Right after the sun sets. If you go to a large body of water right after the sun sets and watch out over the water, what you'll see if you watch with your peripheral vision is you'll see the sparks flashing around. If they're there, the sparks will be flashing around. And then if they choose, they'll show up just like this. See, you can see the sparks happen on this video here. See it? That was the spark. Boom, there it is now. And now there's people standing right under it. I've never had an angel come this close to me, because this is very, very, very close. They're literally 5-10 feet above them in the air. You can see it. Whoever it is running the camera zooms in here. You can see the two people standing there. I've had them come as close as, say, 20 feet to me, but not 10. And they're absolutely amazing in all the different things that they can do, that they have shown me that they can do, including produce lightning out of them into the ocean, into the water. I've seen a bolt of lightning come out of one, strike the water. When they fly over you or fly around really fast, they leave pixie dust in the air, like Tinkerbell kind of stuff, They put a lot of truth out there about these things right there in our, see how close they are? They put it right in our face, but they lie to us and they deceive us and they don't tell us the truth. I'm here, and the supernatural show is here to tell you the truth. And if we don't know the truth, that's what we're seeking, is the truth. We want the truth. You get it? We want to know the truth. You see the image behind me, that's also a supernatural. See it? That is what some people would call a full sun halo. What it is an eye. It's an eye. It's a fourth or fifth dimensional eye. But if the atmospheric conditions get perfect, we can actually see the eye that the sun produces. This eye. Here, we'll turn this video off now, but we got a couple more. You see the eye? Let me move over here. See? That's an actual picture, unedited by me. And when the atmospheric conditions are right, the sun shows you what it is. It's an eye. Very similar to the eye in your head. And you notice you have two eyes. There's also another eye in the sky. The moon does exactly the same thing. I've got pictures of it. I could show you one right now. Maybe I will. Let's see. Let me grab that picture of the moon. I think I've got the one. No, I can't actually do that right here. Maybe I can. Hang on a second. 2 seconds. We're going to keep going here. Don't want to hold anybody up, because all of your time is valuable, as I'm aware. But I just want to make the point, if I can. I'm trying to pull something up that I can't see. Apparently, I can't pull it up. All right, I'll show you another time. Oh, wait a minute. Here it is. Okay, pulling it up, and I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see it. Yeah, here we go. This is the moon. Um, uh, Sorry, guys. Just trying to. Here we go. Trying to be able to see what I want to show you. It's a little difficult. Okay, here is the. Here it is. Okay, I didn't want you to come up on that screen. I want you over here. Okay, here we go. Now let me share my screen, and then you'll see the moon also does the same thing. And you say, well, that's because of, if you go on NASA and you pull up, why does the moon do this? Why does the sun do that? They'll tell you, but they'll be lying. They'll tell you, but they'll be lying. I'll tell you, and I'm telling you the truth. Let me go ahead and share my screen, and then you'll be able to see it. There it is right there. Bingo bango. I did it. Yes. Okay. You see up at the top, you can see that lid, just like we can see in the image that's behind my head. You can see the lid. And what happens is as the sun comes up in the morning and it rises, as it started to rise, the lid is closed. But as it comes above the horizon and rises into the sky, the lid opens. The eye opens. The point of creation opens. Yep. Hey, well, we got 12 people in here now. Well, we're cooking. Oh, make that 13. We are cooking indeed. So that is an image of the moon. That is an eye. The right atmospheric conditions allow us to see that the sun and the moon are eyes. Happens to be two of them in the heavens. Happen to be two in your head. What do you think that means? I think it's very, very important. All right, that's the new website, but we're not going there yet. We're going to another video right now. We're going to take a look at, yeah, let's look at this one.
Yeah, now's the time you've got to move. And you've got to move your body. Now it just disappeared. We're here with you. They're disappearing.
They're here. They're here.
They heard us up on the mountain.
You gotta get you moving.
They did.
All right, come on. Okay, baby.
Yeah, let's get you moving.
You fell from that. You fall down.
Then they disappeared.
See, those are angels. They're deities. I'm not saying they're good ones, they're bad ones.
Wow.
I'm saying that's what they are.
Like wild.
And they have the ability to come.
What you need to do is you need to get them.
You see that? I've seen this 50 times. They come to me, right up to me. They show me the things that they can do. They've never materialized in anything other than this ball of light that you can see colors rotating. Looks like a wheel inside of a wheel. Where'd that sound come from? Oh. Let me guess. I've got people calling in that aren't supposed to be calling in yet. Yep, that's what it was. So let me fix that real quick, guys. Okay, let's get back to our video here. Now, just one more second. Like I said, this is a new show, so all the kinks that have not been worked out yet, but I'm working on it. Let's see here, trying to get it all worked, all the kinks worked out. Everyone starts muted. Yes, yes, yes. Everyone starts. Yes, let's try that. Okay, so maybe if someone tries to call in again, we'll see. I think we're good to go now. All right, so let's take a look at the next video that we have here. This one's very interesting.
I was looking for that helicopter or whatever the hell that was.
That feed was going back. Look at what they're doing. Now, to say absolutely this video is real, I can't say it. But I do know that the angels or deities in the heavens can do some incredible stuff. And I've told the stories of a lot of things that they have shown me they can do. I had never seen this video before, so I thought if I hadn't seen it, and I've been looking for a lot of stuff, like this over time. It looks like there's multiples of them running in circles and controlling like a space, the two eyes in the heavens.
You guys go somewhere, but
Right? That is pretty wild. And we'll take one more quick look at it. And then we're going to get to another video here. The next one is not technically, it's supernatural, but it's not.
I was looking for that helicopter or whatever the hell that was.
Exact subject, but holy no. I'm sure it's in here in a second. Looking in the comments too right now. Remember the scene in the movie where Moses parted the Red Sea and he's standing there and his hair is blowing all around his head? That's what it looked like. Well, for me it's a free man thing. It's a free man thing. And it also is knowing that my hair are nerve endings, they're antennae. About every other creature on the planet, they don't just use their hair for warmth, it's used for a lot of things. My hair has been growing, I haven't cut it in 2 years. It's all the way past my waist, halfway down my butt. So yeah, I have a lot of Alright, let's go ahead and pull that video down.
You guys go somewhere, but
people give me some thumbs up. I need all the love that I can get from you guys because I'm just starting this out, and it's not easy, especially due to the current situation that I'm in right now. So let's go ahead and stop that and bring me back up with my screen freaking out because I have a bad background behind me. And so I superimpose this one in so it makes this room not look so bad. So it says, what's the number? I have a strange thing happening for the last few years. Strange things in the soil. Yeah, I'm going to be posting the number here in just a few minutes. We've got a couple of stories to read, and then we're going to do some live call-ins. Okay, guys? So you'll have your chance to be part of the first episode. As long as everything keeps working, you'll have your chance for that as well. The light is flickering around my head like a glitch. Yeah, I'm aware. It's because I don't have a proper background behind me. This is a superimposed image. I can see that it's cutting into my hair right here and stuff. And part of it is because my hair is not solid. Look at that. That's pretty wild, ain't it? So, it's almost hot in here. Let's go ahead. Like I said, I'm ugly. It's hard to look at, I know. But they made my channel hard to find. Let's hope not. because they sure make my other one hard to find. But I'll figure it out how to be able to get y'all guys directly here and new people. But this is just our first go around. Looks like somebody else found it. So that's awesome. That is very, very good. I'm trying to hang in here with y'all guys so we don't. Let's see here. Let's go to our first story, Charlie, so we don't lose each other. This is going to be the beginning of our first story. We've got a few pages here. I'm going to read through it. Charlie, thank you very much, buddy, for submitting this. And y'all guys can submit yours as well. Okay. All you got to do is go to the supernatural.show and tell the truth. You can put, and I'll show you the website again here in just a little bit, but you can just put your name, your first name or nickname or whatever you want there. Put your email, a way for me to contact you. Let me know if you'd be willing. It's an optional question. It says, would you be willing to tell your story live on air? Because I'm going to have live guests too, not just call-ins, but actual guests. They're going to come in and be in the stream with me. And then there's a big box for you to be able to tell your entire story, and you'll be able to even upload a video file or photos, or even put in a URL. There's a spot for that too, so you can send me to see anything you need me to see as part of your story. So we're trying to get fancy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and read our story from Charlie. All right, let's see here. Let me pull this up a little bit bigger for me. Okay. The writer's name is Charlie. He wrote into me just a couple of days ago, and I've responded and thanked Charlie for this story. And it's really, really cool. Check this out. Hello, all. This was not my first supernatural event or my last, but it was and is a significant eye-opener to my wife and I. The story was in 1993. My wife and I, decided to take our children on vacation to SeaWorld in Texas. They were so excited, all four of them. So I did as any good father would do and started preparing my truck for the trip. It was a 1987 Ford Bronco, very low mileage and big. I put new brakes on all the way around, brand new tires, changed oil, and checked everything in the truck. It was in tip-top shape. So school was out for summer, and our vacation was to begin. We both took 2 weeks from our jobs and did so also every year to take the kids somewhere they wanted to go. Anyway, we live in central Arkansas, so the trip was about a 12-hour drive to San Antonio, which I've been to San Antonio, where we had hotel reservations for a week. We were on our way headed to Texas. It was nice, and the kids were behaving. The weather was great, almost perfect. Well, I thought it was, and that should have caused a little concern because I know how that usually works out. LOL. The first few hours were great, and all was good until we crossed the Texas line. We were about 20 miles in, and boom. We had a flat. Brand new tires? No way. I was prepared for such a thing, so no biggie, right? I pulled over, and I'm telling you, as soon as I pulled over, there were 3 different vehicles of people stopping to help us. That was awesome, or they were awesome. The people in Texas are so nice, and I can attest to that firsthand. I had a new spare, so I didn't take long, and we were going again. This is important because the tires on my truck were 35-inch AT tires, not cheap. AT, like all-terrain, big tires, big mutters. The tire was destroyed, so I knew I had to stop and buy another one for a spare. Even then, they were 200. Even back then, they were 200, so you can imagine now what they would cost. Anyway, they would not take an out-of-state check, so we had to use our cash. To make a long story a little shorter, I'll just say it wasn't over yet. We ended up having 3 flats just going there, and every time it was the same thing. Instantly, people would pull over to help. The last time a lady that pulled over was talking to my wife, and she told her all the problems we had. This lady asked if she could pray over us for safety and to have no more problems. It worked, and God is good. Okay, we made it to the hotel, and all was great finally. We decided to take the kids on to a real Mexican restaurant. So that's what we did. This is where it got interesting. When we pulled up to the restaurant, it had a very large parking lot. There was only one other car, and it was parked at the door. I decided to park back out like 50 yards or more from the restaurant. Why? I don't have a clue, but I did. So we were getting ready to all get out, and all of a sudden, someone was knocking at my window. I looked to my left, and all I could see was a waistline. So I rolled down my window. Remember, I said I had 35-inch tires on a Bronco. It also had a 4-inch lift. So the truck set up high. I rolled down my window, and this giant of a man leaned over, looked at me, and said, or asked, if we could help him with a little money. I looked at my wife, and she was already in her purse getting some money out. I have to say this, and I'm no racist, but this man was an old black man. When I looked back, which only took about 3 seconds, he was gone. I looked around and he was nowhere to be seen. I got out of the truck and even looked under it, and nothing. No one, no human could do that. He was gone. Instantly, I knew what had happened. We were just visited by an angel. I know it was just a test, and I know I passed it. A giant angel that had to have been over 7 feet tall. I hope I see him again someday. Who knows? Maybe I will. Bless you all, and may you all find peace in your life. Charlie. Whew. Wow. That is a 7-foot tall angel comes to the door, and all you can see is his waistline, and you're in a jacked up truck. Whew. Yeah, that would have been a trip. And yes, I think you were being tested. That's why when I see somebody that's in a desperate situation, I typically always help them. You say, well, they could use the money for this or that, or you could find some reason not to help this person, which is why you don't give them everything you got. You just give them something because you want to pass that test, right? Just like Charlie did. He wanted to pass the test, and so did his wife, and they did. But a 7-foot angel and all these, every time you had 3 flat tires with a whole set of brand new tires and brand new everything. That is amazing. I mean, it really is. It just shows you that you can walk in life sometimes if you walk the right way, meaning you are good natured and you care about people. You're not looking to let nobody take advantage of you, and you ain't no pushover, but you care about yourself, your family, and others, and you're willing to reach out, put your hand out, and help somebody occasionally, which I do. The other day, it was just a couple days ago, there was a guy sleeping down the street. He was sleeping on the sidewalk, and he was covered up with a tarp and had everything he owned under the tarp with him. And I went down to the store, and I come back, and I went over and tried to talk to him. He didn't really want to talk that much, but I had $5 in my pocket that y'all guys gave me. And so I gave it to him. And I do that quite often because is there time to be selfish? Is there time to not lend a finger to help somebody? And I don't mean go and get yourself in a situation where you're taken advantage of course. All right, let's see. Guess what? We got another story. Yes, we do. This time it's Laura's story. And again, Charlie, thank you, man. I appreciate it greatly for you being brave, writing down the truth, no exaggerations, and sending it in. And y'all guys remember, you can do this yourself. I'm flashing the little button for you. Go over to my website, thesupernatural.show. It's not .com, it's .show. You can go there, and there's a button there. It says submit story, and look all the way down the page, check it all out, and then whichever way is the most appropriate, submit your story. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Let's get on to this next story here. And Laura, thank you very much for submitting this story as well. Let me make this a little bigger so I can see it better. All right. The writer again of this is Laura, excuse me. I keep wanting to call you Lori. This story will make sense about halfway through. Just it almost sounds like we're talking in third person here a little bit, but actually she's not. You'll understand. All right. So Laura wrote me and she said, and these are exact words: 2 young girls, ages 6 and 8, had varied supernatural visions during a 1-week period. The sisters shared a bedroom with 2 twin beds. Looking out the bedroom door past the hallway was a staircase. The older sister had repeated nightly visions of spiders, dogs, and other scary dark creatures on the bedroom door, and creatures at the end of her bed. While they were both wide awake, the eldest was having dark visions. The younger girl tried to comfort her while she saw nothing scary. During the same week, the younger sister was seeing over and over each night a beautiful woman in a long, flowing, layered white gown. With the bedroom door open, the younger girl could see the end of the staircase leading upstairs. Each night, the flowing, ghostly vision of a bride or princess would walk slowly toward her bed, while the eldest sister never saw the woman. Each night, the younger sister would watch the woman walk closer and closer to her bed. Next page. Oops. What happened here? Oh no, don't tell me something's wrong with the slides on this one. Hang on, guys. Might be able to get it fixed. Doggone it. Okay, hang on, guys. I think I might be able to fix this. I think I chose the wrong file is what it is. So let me get rid of Laura's story here. And we still got Karen's story. And I'm going to see if I can locate Laura's story again. Okay. Let's see if... I don't know. Something's... Gosh, dog it. Laura? Hang on. I have another way. I do indeed. We're going to get this done. Okay, so let me remove that. And then I'm going to share my screen with you. in which I yeah, here we go. Share my screen. Let me pull up my slideshow thing here. We'll go to slides and Laura's story. Let's see if I've got the slides in here correctly. Oh no, that's why it didn't work. I did everything right. I just did everything wrong. Oh, great. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Yeah, here's the story in my Google Slides. And unfortunately, somehow I messed that up. So, Laura, you're going to be a focus of the next episode, okay? But we're going to go ahead and move quickly to the next story here. And we're going to be doing, let's see here, Karen's story. Laura, I'll make that up to you, darling. I apologize about that. We will do your story as well on the next show, okay? So now we're going to go to Karen. It says possible time traveler, glitch in the matrix. Okay. And here we go. The writer of this story, of course, was Karen. Karen, thank you very much for sending this in. She writes to me, she says, I swear this is 100% true. I've had quite a lot of supernatural experiences. This one happened August of 2012. I was in my bedroom sitting on the bed when I noticed black like particles and shaped like cheese puffs. The long, puffy, C-shaped ones against my white door. I thought to myself, I should not eat so much sugar. And it went away. A few days later, I was taking an early nap about 7 o'clock or so. My dog was sleeping on the floor. I got up on my elbow where I was half sitting up and took a deep breath, getting ready to yell out at someone in the kitchen, when I noticed the black Cheetos things again at the end of my bed. They were getting blacker and forming into a person. This guy, about 35, and Indian descent, wearing a white turban, a dark, muted purple button-down shirt with the sleeves rolled up, and a short matching vest in the same color and material. He had on a pair of jeans. I noticed his hair was not tucked in the turban, and it was about shoulder length, black with silver strands through it. He had his hands folded in front of him and was just moving one thumb over the other while looking down at my dog. I was just staring, thinking, this is incredible, and trying to soak in every inch of what I was seeing. I started to think, oh, no, please, don't look at me. That's when I started to get scared, and I felt my heart beat in fear. He turned and walked out of my room. I still wonder if it was a time traveler. Karen. That's a supernatural story right there. And I believe you, Karen. And Charlie, I believe you. And, I don't think people are going to waste their time to write a story in, to make something up, just to hear me read it. Yeah, there might be one crazy person out there, but God help them. So that is amazing. The description of the guy. I mean, okay, he's 35. He's of Indian descent. So he's kind of dark complected, maybe long, a little bit long face. Like I've got long cheeks. I'm part American Indian myself, Cherokee, I believe. And he's wearing a white turban, like a towel wrapped up. That's what comes to my mind, right? And he had dark, muted, purple button-down shirt with sleeves rolled up and a short matching vest, so dark muted purple. Its hair was not tucked into the turban, and it was about shoulder length and black and silver, like of Indian descent. Had his hands folded and moving his thumbs over one over the other while he's just standing there looking at the dog, and then turns and leaves the room. When I was young, my brother passed, and swears up and down my daddy came to the foot of the bed and stood there and staring at him, looking at him. After my daddy had died, I didn't see it. I was asleep or somewhere else or whatever. But my brother has told that story to me a few times. That's really an amazing story, Karen, and I'm glad that you sent it in, and I thank you for sending it in, taking your time, your valuable time. Your time is valuable. Oh boy, I don't know if anybody's still there or not. Yeah, you are. Holy moly, I'm back. Wow. My internet just went kaput. Lost everything. I had to go down, reconnect, launch everything again. Ooh. Okay. That is great. All right. Not like something like that to throw you off, right? That'll certainly do it. Okay. Guys, I know there's a couple of you that are wanting to call in. Um, please do that, but I don't think I'm going to do it because I know my software that I had on my call in set up on it's crashed, and I'm going to have to reset that up before it would work again. So I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not in a stable environment here, um, and I would greatly appreciate y'all guys' support, continued support in getting this what I'm doing up off the ground and being there for me as best you can. Um, Prayers financially and spreading the information, spreading the video, sharing this as much as you can. I would greatly appreciate it. Um, it's kind of like the man that's on the street. Help him up, man. Help a man out. All right, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Let me do the full screen so you can see a little bit better. Okay, this is the new website, guys. Okay, let's pull it up all the way to the top. This is the home page coming up here in a second. Nothing here is final, and nothing will stay final. It's always going to be changing. Um, just some links to some of the channels and things that I'm doing, and um, also at the bottom of each page are my links where you can choose if you choose to support what I do, which is tell the truth. And a lot of work goes into that. A lot of work went into this simple show. Now, there's a link called Submit Story. You can come here and it's just like it says, tell your supernatural story here. You can enter in your name or nickname, your email, phone number. Let me pull this down. Then it asks you, would you be willing to tell your story live on air? And I've got selected undecided by default. If you are willing to do it live on air, meaning on the phone, most likely, unless we decide to set up one where you come in by video, but I'm referring to on the phone here. You can go ahead and check yes, or you can check no if you're for sure you don't want to talk to person in person, or not in person, but on the phone about it and have it recorded. We may talk in person on the phone, but we're talking about recording it. And then you'll notice there's also an upload button. It says upload a photo or file related to the story. This is optional, but if you happen to have a video or a file or something you want to send to me that's related to the story, you can click right there and upload it. And then you can submit a link related to your story below. This is optional as well. And you can submit the link. Maybe it's a link to a video. Maybe it's a link to a website. Maybe it's a link to something about the story. You know what I'm saying? And also down below that, if you happen to have a lead on a story, like a lead on a video, you've seen an incredible video somewhere, I want y'all guys to let me know. Okay? And like it says here, it says know of a supernatural story that is not your story. Okay, then just submit the link below. Submit the link to it below. So you can come down here. Maybe you don't want to submit your own story, but you want to give me a lead on a video like those videos I showed. You can put your name, email, anything you know about the story or the situation, and put the link down here, and then hit submit. And I'll get that as well. Okay? And then let's see. There's some other things for you to look around on the website. Go over there and check that out. I'm going to have the live schedule, which is not, it's just tentative right now, what I've got on there. And I'm also going to be offering some classes where I'm going to have small groups where we're going to kind of like a classroom environment. Like my first class is likely going to be on symbolism, where you can come and spend an hour or two with me, probably about 2 hours probably. And there'll be about 3 to 6 people in the class, and we're going to discuss symbolism. And heck, I'll be learning things from y'all guys too, but you'll be able to sign up for classes as well. And if you happen to be somebody that owns a business, I don't have this fully complete either, but you can come over here and you've got some different options for advertising on the show itself, this show that you're looking at right now, you know, and like that little banner down there kind of mentions it a little bit. Okay. And so, yeah, you can come over here, and I've got 30-second ad spots that I'm going to be putting in. I've got scrolling banners like you see is scrolling at the very bottom right now. And I've also got, and I'm going to be picky about advertising products and things like that, because if it's not good for the people, good for humanity, I don't care how much money it is, it ain't going to get on my show. But I know there are those of you out there that are business owners or have websites you would like promoted through the show. Contact me. If you've got good product, we'll talk about it and get it done. And a couple of other things I'm adding down there as well. So, you know, guys, please visit the website, bookmark it. Anything you do to interact helps what I'm doing. And I know for a fact there's many of you that are supportive and want to support what I'm doing. And I greatly appreciate that. Straight up appreciate it. Let's see. For our first show, and it only crashed completely once, I think we did pretty good. So with that being said, I think we're going to go ahead and check out for today. And I'll be back again real soon. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Help a brother out, help me out here. And share it. Yeah, how about that? there'd be a lot of people out there interested in this kind of content. So please share it with your friends. This ain't even controversial. It may be questionable as to what some things are, but controversial? No. Man, I really had a video I really wanted to show y'all guys before I went. Let me show it to you real quick. I have to re-add it. It'll take me just a second. We've all heard of gargoyles, right? Check this out.
Maje, ¿qué es esa onda? ¿Estás viendo eso? ¡Ay, hueputa!
Say what? I mean, that. Okay. I mean, that is really wild. Anybody know if this is from some movie where they spent a lot of money to create that right there? Nicaragua. There's some really strange things go on in some countries.
Maje, ¿qué es esa onda?
It looks real. I mean, you can't guarantee anything's real.
¿Estás viendo eso?
Look at that.
¡Ay, hueputa!
Truly incredible. Yeah, I wanted to show y'all guys. If any of you guys know where that came from,
¿Qué es esa onda?
know if this is real or not, go on the website.
Está
At
viendo
the
eso.
very bottom of the submit story. Submit something there. Tell me if you know something about this gargoyle, these huge wings taking off. So, all right, guys. Well, that is it for the show today. Please share this video. Do what you can to help me be successful. I can't do it without y'all guys. And yes, I know I'm already a large YouTuber, but this is a new venture. And this is a venture that will help me get me out of the situation I'm in. Like living in this hotel with no home. It ain't real fun, but I don't stop. I've always known. One thing about me is I'm a persistent rascal. I love you guys. We'll talk to you again here soon on the Supernatural channel.